I know. I would imagine kickers are fairly anonymous here on campus, but I would imagine you're not so much. How has your life changed in the last couple of weeks with your success?
It's been good. I actually don't spend too much time on campus. I only have class twice a week on Monday and Tuesday nights, so usually there's not too much foot traffic on campus at those hours. But walk into class and a lot of people are saying good job and like nice kick, so that's pretty cool.
Fourth row middle, Patrick Murphy, 24/7 Sports.
Just similar kind of question, but how much different have things been at a program like Ohio State? Not to take anything away from North Carolina, but I know that's a basketball school primarily. Just being a part of this football program, the stadium here, just all of that type of experience outside of just kicking for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the stadium's a lot bigger, but that doesn't make much of a difference for me. But I would just say, as a football aspect, the way we do practices here is a lot different, and I think it's a lot smarter. Just in terms of we don't kick field goals every day. We don't do kickoffs every day. We didn't at UNC. We didn't do kickoffs every day at UNC because that's like really taxing on the body. But the field goal every day thing, I only kick field goals twice a week in practice, and I think taking care of your body that way and not kicking every day has really helped me a lot.
Did you grow up kicking? I know a lot of guys are soccer players, or some guys have played rugby, things like that. Were you always a kicker, or did you do other sports?
No, yeah, I played soccer my whole life. I didn't start kicking until late in my sophomore year of high school, and I really got serious about it in my junior year. So, yeah.
How was your soccer career?
Good. I had always had a strong leg in soccer. Was always ripping shots from far out, and I think that's kind of where I got the talent from naturally.
We're going to go back left, Brendan Gulick, Buckeyes Now on Sports Illustrated.
I have to mention, this is probably pretty cool for you, and I'm not sure when you transferred here if this was something that you foresaw, or you visited with us now several times. What has happened to you? How has that sort of measured up to your expectations when you transferred here?
I didn't have many expectations. I just wanted to come in and make an impact, and with all this happening, obviously there's a lot more attention now, but it doesn't really make much of a difference to me as a person. I take it one day at a time.
How about your units in particular, not necessarily so much you. The kickoff coverage unit is averaging only 15 yards per return for your opponents, and the punt return units are just over 5 per return. Can you take us into what practice is like when you guys are doing special teams? We have a chance to see it. We hear all about the culture, how guys have to earn their way onto the field on offense, on defense by being good special teams players. But what's it like to be a part, right in the middle of that?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, the guys on my kickoff team are a bunch of savages. They always go down and make the plays. I always know it. I trust them. And even when my kicks aren't absolutely great, I know they're going to cover me on that. And I think it's the same with the punt team and everything. We take special teams really seriously here, and you really got to earn your way onto those units. You got to earn your playing time, and I think it's important. And guys, they want to be on that team. They want to be a part of that. They want to make big plays on special teams.
And real quick, do you get nervous?
Maybe a little nerves leading up to the game, but once I'm out there, everything goes away, and I get locked into my zone, and everything's fine.
Second row middle, Nathan Barrett, Cleveland.com.
No, you're from Florida and then obviously started your college career in North Carolina. Do you anticipate that place kicking is going to be different as things get colder here in the next few weeks? And do you have to prepare for that some way, either physically or mentally?
Yeah, I played in some cold games. I played up at Pitt twice in my career, and I had some of my best kicking days at that stadium at Heinz Field, so I'm not too nervous about it. Just you got to stay warmer on the sideline. You got to keep that body moving a little more, but it's just you got to adapt to it.
And I believe your career long is 49 yards. Just as a competitor, how much are you looking forward to at some point maybe getting on the field and getting one that has a 5 at the front of it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I practice it all the time. We practice it every time we do field goal period in practice, so I'm ready for it whenever it comes.
What's the long in practice?
What's that?
What's your long in practice?
I think 56.
Right behind him, Dan Hope, 11 Warriors.
No, you were asked about soccer. I know a few weeks ago you and some of the other guys had a chance to go spend some time with the crew. Just wondering what that was like for you.
Oh, it was awesome. I got to play a little soccer with the guys on the crew and did a little crossbar challenge, did some juggling. It was really fun. We got to see all their facilities. It was honestly like a dream come true. It's just all my life I wanted to play professional soccer, and to be out in Lower.com Stadium, that was pretty insane.
You mentioned extend that dream of professional soccer? Like, is the NFL your dream now, professional football?
Yes, sir. That's I made that decision my junior year of high school when I started pursuing football seriously. I kind of quit soccer to prevent injury, and I even I was telling somebody the other day, I was like begging my high school soccer coach to let me play my senior year, and he just wouldn't. I would go to the games, stick around, beg him, but he never let me. So, in my best interest, of course.
Over here to the far right, Clay Hall, WSYX TV.
Little birdie said that you're a surfer.
Yes, sir.
You don't find a lot of waves around here. So you pursue that in the summer, or where do you go? Atlantic, Pacific?
Yeah. In Florida, it's funny. Where I was from, the Gulf Coast doesn't have many waves. It's rare that they do, but 2 hours, 30 minutes, straight shot across. You have Cocoa Beach and the East Coast, so that was my spot back then. And then fast forward to North Carolina, the same exact amount of time, 2 hours, 30 minutes east, was Wrightsville Beach, and that was my spot when I was there. And now I'm eyeing Lake Erie for the off season, but yeah. So I mean, you make the most of what you got.
Do you have a name for your board?
I don't have a name for my board. I got plenty of them, too many at this point. But yeah.
Is there any parallel between those two skills?
Surfing and kicking, just being in the moment, not really thinking about anything outside what the task is at hand. So take that.
Second row right, Austin Ward, Letterman Row.
Now that your NFL stock is soaring, you have an extra year available. Are you planning to return next year, or have you thought about that at this point?
Yeah, I have thought about that, and me and my family are just taking it day by day. No decision's been made yet, but we'll see.
I mean, does it strike you as odd that we're even having that conversation at this point? I don't think anybody around here in the summer would have given much thought to that.
No, sir. Honestly, that's been my goal since I came to college at UNC, and I knew I had it in me, and it's just a matter of getting the opportunity to show it.
I'm going to jump in and call on myself, Noah. I read something where, Jerry, question. You were in the portal a long time. So how long were you in the portal, and then what was it like when you got a response from, I think, Parker? Coach Fleming?
Yeah, it definitely was a long process in the portal. I was in there since December. Coach Brown at UNC allowed some of us guys who wanted to enter the portal to still go to the Orange Bowl and practice and finish this year out with our team, so that was awesome. But yeah, I entered the portal in December, had a lot of opportunities right off the back, and they ended up passing me up, getting other guys, or just not having a scholarship available. So it was a long process, and I kind of passed on some smaller opportunities just because I felt that there was something better out there for me, and I just trusted God, and here I am. It's crazy how it ended up working like this.
And when did Parker reach out to you?
That was early May. We talked on the phone, early April, sorry, and hadn't really talked much that month of April. And then fast forward to May, I reach out to him again, kind of bug him a little bit, and then we scheduled this workout for June 1st when the NCAA allowed us to do that, and came up for the workout and made it happen.
Wow. Okay. Front row right here, Tim May, Letterman Row.
Yeah, do you dream of surfing the big one in Nazaré, Portugal?
I've never really even thought to dabble with that size wave, but yeah, I just think that's really dangerous, but if I was out of my mind, maybe.
I wanted to ask you, do you, I've never asked a kicker this, do you take care of your foot during the week? I mean, do you know what I mean? How do you kind of watch out for yourself? Because it's so vital,
Yeah. I mean, I've taken stretching a lot more serious these past couple of years. I even noticed early on in high school when I would just take stretching more seriously with soccer, I'd perform much better on the field. And these past 2 years, I've just really locked into on a routine with that and keep my body fresh. And I think that's really the biggest impact on me.
And the other thing, do you look back on a game like the other day when you had all those kicks? Do you go back and analyze each kick? I mean, how firm was it? I mean, you know what I mean? What
Right.
do you look for when you look back on a game? I
Yeah.
mean, or you just try to approach each kick as that's, you know what I mean? That's the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
one. I know you do that, but yeah.
Even the first field goal I had at Nebraska, I was thinking this could be the one that determines if we win or lose at the end. So it's I treat every kick like a game-winning opportunity, and there's always something to learn from. Even if it goes through the uprights, there could be one that maybe didn't strike it as well or something like that. I thought I had all my balls on Saturday were my A ball, and I think that was really important. But yeah, there's always something to learn from. You look at your form, you look at how you finish. There's so many different aspects that determine how a kick goes.
Can I ask one more quickie? does your ball always move a little? And how do you
Yeah.
know it's gonna move for you the way you want it to move?
Right. Yeah, it's like,
A&M guy against Alabama.
yeah, exactly.
Follow through.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's usually a result of how you follow through. If you're coming across it too quick, it kind of will move right. If you come out on it, it's kind of like golf when you're hitting a draw or a fade, you know. So, yeah, it depends, and yeah, it's always something to learn from.
Go ahead, Clint.
Your last kick, I was on the field and I looked up as it came through, and it wasn't end over end.
Right.
It was like,
Yeah.
it was,
Hmm.
how did that action happen?
I think,
How did you
yeah.
control that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was just really locked in the moment, and that type of ball that I hit, then that got through the wind, and I was kicking into the wind at that point. And it's kind of like me and Jesse were talking about it. It was kind of like the perfect ball I needed to kick to get through the wind on that, and have it have the same distance. So, yeah, I didn't try to do that. Obviously, it's just like yeah. No, it's just still just hitting a straight ball. I just focus on my form.
What's called the Ruggles Nuggle. Fourth row.
I hope
You know,
not.
not calling Nuggle. Fourth row left, Colin Gay, Rivals.
You mentioned Jesse, and I'm curious about, what is your relationship like with Jesse or the specialists? I mean, how have you
Yeah.
guys, it seems like you guys are together a lot
Yeah.
because you have to, so
No,
I'm curious what your relationship is.
Yeah, we have an incredible group. I really we have so much fun together, and Jesse has been great holding the field goals this year, holding my balls, as you could say. But I just, yeah, he's been doing a really good job. It's his first year holding, and obviously he had to work really hard to get good at that, and it's such an important thing when you're kicking. And Brad's been doing a great job getting it back there as well.
Is that something that you know, kind of like what to expect? You can kind of mold him into a holder, or what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's just honestly with holding, it's just anybody can do it. Obviously, it takes a lot of work and a lot of failed repetitions to get it right. And he's been doing an unbelievable job in the game, pressure situations as well.
Got time for one more. Did I miss someone? Okay, so, front row left, Stephen Means, Cleveland.com.
No, you said you kick twice a week here, and that's different from North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
So what's the rest of your week like?
A lot of throwing the ball around, helping out my guys punting, fetching for them, but just taking care of your body. Yeah.
So what was it like at North Carolina?
We would have field goal pretty much every day we practice. Not pretty much every day we practice. Even the day after games, and I'd be pretty hurt from games sometimes, and just have to go out there and still kick. So it's a lot more relaxing on the days I'm not kicking, and kind of just taking a mental break. And then on the days I'm kicking, I just got to go out there and perform. I always found that I succeeded a lot better in spring ball because you practice on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. That's 3 times a week, limited reps. But I always was more accurate in spring ball than I was during the season in North Carolina.
You're seeing that show up right now?
Yeah, for sure. And when I was training in the off season in the portal, posting videos on Twitter and stuff, I was on my own schedule, so I was pretty much going 3 times a week, and that just it's how you stay fresh. I think it's how you don't start overthinking things. Because kicking every day, if you miss one, you're going to try to fix it over and over again. But if you take a day off, kind of process everything, it helps.